On the 10th of March, IconGate erupted into the FIFA community like we've never seen before. People were listing Moments Pele, Icon Moments Ronaldo, and Icon Moments Rudhullen. Not Nedved. No, not Limbanen, the best players in the game. For real life money. For example, 3 Icon Moments, as you can see here from that text message, were listed there, guys, for 1,700 euros, obviously real life money, and people were buying, until very recently, these players for real money, which is not allowed and is actually a massive slap in the face. People are grinding the game, and it's just insane to see what's going on. And according to some friends of mine who are pro players and pro FIFA coaches as well, they've said that this has been going on apparently since FIFA 16, which makes you think, doesn't it, what the hell in terms of these teams? Like, it's just nuts. However, today, the plot thickens in a crazy way. It seems like this was not the best deal people were getting, guys, for these Icon Moments. Yes, this is about to get crazy. I feel like I'm investigating this. It's kind of fun. So, as you can see here, you could get 1,700 euros worth of FIFA cards there, which would include 3 Icon Moments plus 2 Team of the Years, 3 moments there for 1,400 euros, and 1,000 euros, guys, will get you 2 Icon Moments. Again, you could get any Icon Moments there in the game. And it led EA to release this message. We are aware of the allegations currently circulating within our community related to FIFA 21 Ultimate Team items. A thorough investigation is underway, and if we identify improper conduct, we'll take swift action. We want to be clear, this type of behavior is unacceptable, and we in no way condone what is alleged to have happened here. We understand how this creates concern about unfair balance in the game and competition. We will update the community as we get more clarity on the situation. So this week, obviously, EA have been investigating this whole IconGate scandal within Ultimate Team, and that might be why content has been very quiet until Friday. I assume that EA have been investigating this non-stop, and hopefully they're able to lock in on these individuals who've actually listed these items for real money. EA also released a statement, guys, on Tuesday, claiming that any player in the game and icons, Icon Moments are accessible to every FIFA player. You know, every FIFA player can unlock these cards, which we all know is just incredibly difficult. I did say to EA last week, and others have as well, so many of us have, let's have draft just be insane. And today it seems they've actually listened to that, so fair play. They've heard the feedback from the community and they've actually made some icons, and obviously prime icons, somewhat accessible. That draft, by the way, is actually ridiculous, isn't it? It's a kind of mad draft here on the road to glory. However, more information regarding IconGate, guys, is here. So guys, we're here, and thank you to Nathan Bliss here, a fantastic journalist here at the Daily Mirror, who has been investigating this even further himself for a week since last Saturday. Big FUT fan on FIFA, and what a guy, absolute legend. As you can see, FIFA 21 BlackMarket investigation indicates FUT icons are being sold for real money. Now, we already know that from obviously the 10th of March. We know they came out with a statement, guys, as an EA Sports themselves, to clarify what they're doing. A Mirror Football investigation indicates that FIFA Ultimate Team player items are being sold for large sums of real money in the game's black market. Last week, a number of screenshots circulated on social media appearing to show highly rated FIFA 21 player items, including Icon Moment and Team of the Year items, being offered in exchange for real money. EA did respond with a statement on Saturday, with the company confirming that they in no way condone granting or purchasing player items in exchange for money, and that if this activity has taken place, it would be a violation of EA's user agreement. So you can see there as well, EA have launched a rigorous internal investigation, so they are confirming that. However, this is where things are about to get crazy, guys, and this is breaking news here. You might be seeing this first time, and this is nuts. When our investigation is completed, we will take action against any employee found to have been engaging in this activity. Now, interesting thing about that is, would that result in, legal action against these employees? Will there be more to it? Will FIFA players get compensated? Comment down below if you think that'll happen, guys, in terms of the FIFA compensation. However, this is now where we're at. Breaking news here, guys, and I wanted to do a big video on this because this is actually kind of insane to read this. So, following the allegations that were raised by the FIFA community on social media last week, Mirror Football launched an investigation into these alleged activities and spoke to a number of people who appear to have been directly impacted by this issue. Mirror Football can detail how professional FIFA player Matteo Ribera was offered 2 FUT item packages by an individual who shall be left unnamed for legal reasons, with this person claiming to indicate that they could facilitate the transfer of rare FUT items in exchange for money. The two packages that were offered to Ribeiro were €600 for 3 untradeable FUT Icon Moment items, or €850 for 3 untradeable FUT Icon Moment items and 2 untradeable Team of the Year items, with the conversation happening on the Facebook Messenger app. The individual also sent screenshots and videos that appeared to show previous happy customers who had allegedly made similar transactions. This makes you think that, doesn't it, guys? Like, EA might be seeing this for the first time. Hopefully this video helps you, EA, to determine what's going on here, which icons you can track down. I'm sure there's actually probably hundreds of these accounts who have these mad players, right? So we continue on here. These screenshots show squads allegedly containing FUT Icon Moment and FUT Team of the Year items on player accounts, with the video allegedly showing these rare items being added directly to a FUT 21 account, with the individual in question insisting there will be no risk for Ribeiro. So as you guys can see here are the new messages that you might not have seen yet. At the moment, we have 2 packages, and they are 3 icons, or 3 icons plus 2 Team of the Years. Wow! Which price for them? The price for 3 is €750, and the price for 3 plus 2 Team of the Years is €1,000. But as I said yesterday, I can give his friends the same price as him, so €600 for 3, €850 for 3 Icon Moments plus 2 Team of the Years. He said, sounds good. Could I just ask how you provide the cards, because I won't risk any ban, right? They're coming straight to EA. He said, yeah, they have some pictures from happy customers after they received no risk. And there you go. He's got Eusebio and Johan Cruyff. And there's even more there. If we can zoom in there right now, this editor editing this video, guys, is an absolute legend. Watch this, right? Zoom in now. There you go. You can see it more. This guy provided proof there. And look how many teams there are, guys. Oh my God. R9 Moments Ronaldo. He's got also on the right-hand side there, Ruud Gullit on the right image there, the third one along. Another team with Ruud Gullit there, the bottom right, and another guy who got Ruud Gullit there in the left here. But yeah, it also to say there, guys, people are paying $2,500 for R9 Moment and $1,000 for Ruud Gullit Moment just to get them listed on the market. And on top of that, they pay the $15 million plus a risk of missing the snipe. Smiley face. So we have really good prices. Oh yeah, you are totally right. Let me just do some calculations and I'll text you back. So this guy was offering even less for these icon moments, guys. So what are your thoughts on that? You know, these players are being listed here, guys, for like €600, €850 as well for the whole package. I mean, it's kind of insane to see this, isn't it? It's really nuts to see this today. It continues though. This person also argued that these packages would represent a good deal and that they have really good prices, alleging that other customers are paying up to $2,500 for a tradable version of Icon Moment Ronaldo 97 to simply get listed on the market, which they would then have to purchase for 15 million FIFA coins on the FUT 21 transfer market. They allege that when the payment was made via PayPal, the card would be added to the account on a Monday. All they needed to complete the transaction, guys, was an EA ID or PSN ID. Ribeiro never made any payment to the individual above and did not receive any special items. Mirror Football also spoke to David, who did not want to reveal his last name, who appears to have been offered 2 similar packages by a separate individual. €600 for 3 untradeable FUT Icon Moment items, or €450 for 2 untradeable FUT Icon Moment items. This conversation also happened on the Facebook Messenger app. David told Mirror Football that the individual indicated that the special items get added to player accounts in the same way that professional footballers are granted special player items. Hearing that is so, it's just so sad to hear that some EA employees have obviously sent these cards. It looks like massively, doesn't it? I think we can all agree. It's so, imagine if you're an EA employee, right, and you're working on the content team and you're providing the content for FIFA Ultimate Team players and you're doing it genuinely, right? You're actually like a genuine worker. And then you hear that people within EA, whether it be from, because obviously EA, if you don't know, guys, have loads of headquarters. They have headquarters obviously in Vancouver, they have one in London, they have one in Spain, France, Italy, Romania, so many different headquarters where different content teams work and stuff. And it must be so sad if you're actually an employee of EA as well to hear that someone within EA has been doing this. I mean, it's just shocking, isn't it? And maybe since FIFA 16. However, most importantly, every single FIFA player in the world has been affected by this in terms of, if you grind FIFA, this is so crap, isn't it? It really is. Like, so many of us guys play this game, and anyone who plays it casually, to hear that people are just buying these cards and then, they're just, insane. Anyway, we continue. So, really weird one here, guys. So, as you can see, these people are granted the items in a similar way to the footballers, and in that they get added to an account and put in players' unassigned piles every Monday, which then allows the items to be added to squads and clubs. It's like a proper FIFA underworld here in this. Every Monday they do this. It's very organized. So that's when it's more than, just one person, right? This is so strange. Screenshots indicate that David requested 3 untradeable FUT Icon moments, asking for FUT Icon moments Pele 99, we all know how great he is, FUT Icon moments Ronaldo 97, my favourite striker in football history, and FUT Icon moments Ruud Gullit 94. David requested, guys, those 3 players, and you got to think, like, if you guys could request any players within FIFA, and let's say it's a draft, for example, right, like a genuine freaking FUT draft, would you guys choose those 3 icon moments as your choices? Let me know in the comments down below. Which players would you guys choose from a draft selection if that ever happens in FIFA? The screenshot, however, below does indicate that David transferred €600 via PayPal to the requested account, selecting it as a friends and family payment. However, David did highlight that he was asked to make the payment to a different individual than the person he'd been speaking to. So, interesting. Sometimes people can have a different email to their actual name, right? But, I mean, already you got to think, the fact that this is every Monday and it seems like there's multiple people involved in this, it's insane, the detail that this journalist, guys, has gone to. Has to be said. My man Nathan here, shout out, give him a follow, guys, on Twitter. Really, really deserves it, man. Honestly, incredible work here. He did tell me, guys, prior to making this video, I told him earlier, I'm going to make this. Obviously, I think it's important to. He did say, he's been working on this since literally about 10th of March. More than a week, 10 days. Anyway, as you guys can see, you've sent €600 to whoever. So that's proof there, guys, as well, from money sent for friends and family. Screenshots indicate that 3 requested FUT Icon Moments cards were added to David's account as untradeable FUT items. You've got to think, people have thought maybe at the start of this investigation, could it be, for example, a FIFA coin website or something like that? But obviously, when items are specifically sent, like not just listed on the market, right? Not just put on the transfer market, actually sent to someone's account, has to be someone within EA. I can't see it being any different at all. And that, to be honest, proves it, right? When David asked where the items came from, screenshots indicate that the individual alleged that the cards are transferred from a guy from EA. So there you go, 99 icon moments Pele, guys, 97 R9 Ronaldo, and Ruud Gullit. So again, some of the best players in the game there. If you're watching this video, guys, from wherever you are in the world, have you guys come up against any of these ridiculous Icon Moments teams? Let me know if you have. Really would be interesting to see how many of you guys have faced these kind of teams. It gets even more crazy though. EA has already confirmed via previous statement that they've learned FUT items were granted to individual accounts that did not earn them through gameplay, i.e. by opening a pack, purchasing them through the transfer market, completing a reward challenge, example obviously an SBC completion, or other engagement via viewing a Twitch broadcast. EA has also previously confirmed that it appears that one or more EA accounts which were either compromised or being used inappropriately by someone within EA, directly entitled items to individual accounts. Following EA's statement on Saturday, in which EA said they would permanently ban any player known to have acquired content through these means, David did contact the person who arranged the transaction to ask if they were going to be banned. The individual assured David that all evidence of wrongdoing is deleted on their end and there was no risk of David being banned. Well, David might be getting a ban now. Sorry, David. At this time of publication, David has told us that this individual is still actively selling FUT items. David, who is this guy? What's going on here, David? He's still selling items. This article, guys, is published today. So David just figured out this entire investigation. He is still actively selling FUT items right now. Wow. Oh my god. Mirror Football has seen screenshots of David's conversation with this individual. However, David did not want us to publish these screenshots as he does not want to be identified. Fair play, David. Mirror Football has also seen various other examples of similar activity to the above, but some of these people did not wish to be included in this investigation. EA were presented with the content of this investigation and approached for comment by Mirror Football. EA offered to speak to Mirror Football guys directly and wanted to answer some of the questions that were raised by this article. How do you, EA, feel about the alleged activity that has been reported in the investigation? So, it's important, first of all, to say that it is alleged activity right now, said David Jackson, VP Brand for EA Sports FIFA. The investigation is ongoing. We need to ensure that we offer the right level of respect for that investigation and allow it to follow its course. If the alleged incidents do prove to be something that somebody inside EA has taken part in, then we feel pretty devastated. You got to say, like, as a FIFA community, I think we all just are like, come on, like, this is just ridiculous, isn't it? Like this whole Icon Gate, guys, is just getting, to be honest, worse. Like seeing that obviously it's still going is worse. We feel pretty gutted on behalf of our community, but we also feel pretty aggrieved that the really hard work of our teams, it's a big studio organization here. We feel pretty furious about that. And we want to ensure that once the investigation has taken place, that we understand exactly what has happened, that we try and find some benefit from it. So, what have we learned? How can we better serve our community? And how can we ensure that something like this can't happen again? But I think just the way that we feel, and me personally, how I feel right now, is we feel pretty furious on behalf of our players. Was any of the alleged activity reported in this investigation something that EA are already aware of as part of your investigation, or was some of the alleged activity surprising to EA? Very good question, Nathan. Activity in the experience of Ultimate Team surfaces really pretty quickly. Because we obviously have a really active and passionate community, they tell us things pretty quickly as they arise, and they start to notice discrepancies very early. We also have a really active and passionate internal team who monitor the community and partner with the community on these issues. So we got to learn about it pretty damn quick when some of these teams were surfacing that had players that were a little too good to be true. And it is like, it's a bit weird how EA is saying that, like too good to be true, when they also do say like the icon items like moments card are accessible. They're not at all. So yeah, really weird how he says that. But I guess the good thing takeaway about this, like it's good to hear some genuine response. It not just like a automatic response. It's, you can tell they are angry about this. I want EA to be more, transparent in how they're reacting. Some of the words being used are like pretty furious and they're very, like, EA would not normally say pretty damn quick, right? They wouldn't normally say that. That's a good thing, I guess, take away from that. But yeah, they need to make these cards much more accessible, in my opinion, by a long way. So we investigated that very rapidly when it started to surface earlier in the week. We also put an immediate pause on discretionary content granting. So footballers, if they want a 99 Pro card, you can't get it right now, guys. A lot of what you shared in the article had already surfaced in a lot of social forums. The fact that people might potentially be paying for the direct acquisition of items in-game is very, very serious and not something that we're willing to condone. But some of the stuff you mentioned, yeah, it's very challenging and it forms a part of the investigation that, as I said, is ongoing. Is it a concern that the alleged activity was brought to the attention of EA by the FIFA community rather than EA's own internal processes? Because they're very active, because they're very passionate, the community find challenges within the system. Whether they're legitimate exploits in terms of the pace of a player or an overpowered item, they share that with us and we massively value them. They act as a really passionate early warning system on lots of things, and then they partner with our own community team to surface that back to the development studio here in Vancouver. We value that. In future, will individuals with the ability to grant EA content be monitored more closely so that if something similar happened again, you'd be able to trace and investigate more quickly? Yeah, it's important. It's probably more important to say we genuinely don't know exactly what happened yet because the investigation is still ongoing. So obviously, this might go on for weeks, months, guys. This whole Icon Gate is only just beginning. Everything that is granted is logged, recorded, accounted for on servers in the system. There is a deep and detailed process around it. There will always be exploits in any software. There will always be exploits in any process. and it's identifying that process exploit earlier. That's really important here and great learning for us as a team. But it's not to say that we haven't taken learnings from this. We absolutely will. They're going to be very valuable for us. But given that we don't yet know exactly what happened and the investigation is ongoing, I can't say with any great level of detail whether or not something within the process was broken. So they can't confirm that yet, but it's looking not great, is it? What are some of the positive lessons that EA can learn following or even during your investigation? Very good question, Nathan. The single greatest positive that can come out of this is an internal reflection on how valuable our community is to us, and the fact that we ensure and maintain at all costs the spirit of fair play in our experiences. I can't tell you exactly how we will be able to benefit from this today. I can't tell you exactly the new processes that will enact or the new ways of working across the organization. What I will tell you is we will guarantee that there is community benefit that comes from this when we get those findings. Oh wow, hold on. Going off that, you'd think it would mean free packs or free content, but I think that just means that it will benefit the community that this won't happen again. But does that mean that it could be maybe some content? That would be a very big win, EA. Give everyone like an 87 plus player pick pack. That'd be cool. Because they helped us in surfacing the information very early and holding us to account for that. And in return, we will take this investigation, the findings of it, and create a positive outcome for our players. Maybe they will do. We're going to do everything we possibly can to repair that, to ensure that we have the processes in place that don't allow for this to happen again. It's been a challenging time for FIFA, and we're really thankful to have such a great and active community and bringing it to our attention. We are very, very clear and very clear-eyed that if the alleged activity did indeed take place, it runs counter to everything that we believe the experience should be. And it runs counter to the spirit of competition that we work so hard to create. So there it is, guys. This is pretty huge from EA Sports themselves, but I think specifically, what do we think this could mean? And in return, we will take this investigation, the findings of it, and create a positive outcome. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section. So guys, let me know your thoughts on the Icon Gate. It's only just beginning. Have you played anyone today on FIFA who has got a team that's just too good to be true, right? Like too many icon moments, maybe a full icon moment team, R9, Brutal, Pele. Even one of those cards, guys, is so difficult to get. It's crazy. So hope you enjoyed this big video. Hopefully this kind of broadened your knowledge of the Icon Gate situation. Have a special day. And guys, which 3 icon moment would you most want to have in your team?